All right, welcome back to SportsLine. We're talking the St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon coming up on Saturday morning. Here we are at the bottom of the hour. If you missed the top of the hour, some breaking news tonight. They have moved up the start of the race on Saturday, 6:45 for the half marathon and marathon, due to the projected forecast from Bree Smith across the hall that it is going to be hot, potentially humid Saturday morning, so be prepared for that. Also, set your alarms early and get ready for Saturday morning. Joining us tonight, Katie Holmes, the event manager of the St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon. Also, Scott Wietecha, the four-time men's marathon winner, going for the 5-peat on Saturday. We talked a little bit about the schedule going in the last break in terms of first time ever. You got the 1 miler on Thursday night. You've got the Health and Fitness Expo Thursday and Friday, Music City Center. People need to register there and get ready to go. Saturday morning, 5K, 6:15. You've got the half marathon, full marathon at 6:45. But I think one of the cooler events of the weekend comes on Sunday, and that's when the kids get involved. Katie, tell me about Kids Rock.
Yeah, so we have our Kids Rock race on Sunday, which is a mile race for most distances. The younger kids actually run the half mile, so we welcome all grades out. It's a ton of fun. It starts at 2 p.m., start and finish at Nissan Stadium. And it's just a lot of fun. It's great to see the kids out there, their involvement, they're active. We have a lot of groups out there. Scott's very involved in our Kids Rock race as well. And it's just a ton of fun to see the kids.
Yeah, finish. Scott, I know your involvement there, and obviously your day job is teacher, so you're around kids all the time. How close to your heart is Kids Rock?
It's something I love because I can kind of share my passion with my students. They've been training for it for the last few months. And like for kids, I may win the marathon again for the 5th time on Saturday, but Sunday is their chance to kind of take me out while I'm old and sore. So, I'll probably have several showdowns on Sunday with the kids.
I'm sure they will want those showdowns too with the teacher. What is the impact, do you think, of a Kids Rock type of race? It's a competitive format. It's in a huge venue that they see a lot of times on Sundays throughout the fall. It's not a full marathon, but it's a starting point. What kind of an impact do you think that has?
It's a great way for the kids to get a positive exposure to the sport and to racing itself. They love crossing the finish line, and they get their medal, and they can get photos, and they get tons of snacks. And then good thing for me is that I run it 4 or 5 times, so I load up on snacks. But it's just a great way for the kids to kind of see what running's all about, and running's a lifetime activity. So if they're getting started as early as kindergarten, I mean, that's a lot of years and a lot of miles they can log throughout their lives.
You talk about the fact that it is a lifelong sport. Besides that, what's sort of your message to your students or kids you will see on Sunday about what running can mean to an individual?
It can mean so many things. I originally started running again 7 or 8 years ago, just kind of lose weight. I put on 30 or 40 pounds when I stopped running in college. And for other people, it's to qualify for Boston. Other people, it's to honor the memory of somebody. Everybody has their own goals and their own dreams when they start running. Running's a great way to kind of chase after them and accomplish them. And then when you get those, you set new ones again.
I was on the course one year, a few years ago, and just talking to various people, and it seemed like every 4th or 5th person I talked to had a cause, like Scott was talking about. And Katie, I know one group that you're close to from working with the marathon are the St. Jude Heroes. Talk a little bit about their mission every year with this race.
Yeah, so St. Jude is obviously a huge title partner for us. This is their largest race in our series, so we do partner with them on a series-wide basis, but this is their largest race, or it's kind of close to home for them, being based out of Memphis. And they will have hundreds of heroes out on race day. They have a couple of celebrity relays that are running as well. So it's a great platform for them to raise money, to have their heroes come out and run for a good cause, and to, again, raise money for cancer research, which is obviously a huge importance to everyone.
St. Jude, obviously, a big sponsor throughout your series, but pretty neat connection here in the state of Tennessee, because obviously they're just down the road, and this is the biggest race around in these parts anyway.
Yeah, and we partner with them for their Memphis Marathon, where if a hero runs the race this weekend and then runs the Memphis Marathon as well, they can get an additional medal.
Another remix medal.
Yeah,
we like these. Just keep throwing out medals for people. You talked about some celebrities that will be on the course in the relay. Explain that, and if you're out this weekend, who might you see?
Well, we have a big name. Kelly Pickler has a relay team.
All right.
So she is a St. Jude hero. She's working with her kind of team that she's put together to run the race on Saturday, and so they're running the full marathon as a team. And so it's just it's a great cause that she's supporting and that she's getting other people out to support as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. See some fun faces out there on course.
It will be a lot of fun. And as you've mentioned, there's been some big acts before to show up and play a few songs along the course throughout the day as well. So you never know what you might see along the St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon Trail on Saturday. And then Saturday evening, you know what you are going to hear, and that is music downtown in Nashville. Once again, the concert, sort of celebration concert, I guess, after everybody gets done with the race. As you mentioned, you do it in other cities, but not quite this big. And there's a new venue this year. Tell me all about the celebration concert on Saturday night.
We're really excited. It's our Toyota Rock and Roll Series headliner. So typically it's right after the race. Again, in Nashville, it's a little bit different. We do a little bit bigger. So it's new this year at Ascend Amphitheater, which we're really excited about, an outdoor venue just across the bridge from where people are finishing, and obviously just down the road from any hotels. But we're also really excited. We have the band Perry performing. So
wow.
Big name, really awesome venue. We're excited. Right now we're at capacity within Ascend, but there will be a viewing area outside of the venue that's free and open to the public. And then there's a wait list in case any seating opens up night of. So
if people don't have tickets already, what do you suggest for them?
Definitely sign up for the wait list. So there's a wait list for any seating that might open up if people decide they're not going to come pick up their concert tickets that they reserved. And those people will be contacted directly if the seating within Ascend opens up. But again, right outside in the park area, we'll have a live video feed, a live audio feed, so people can come out, and that's free and open to the public, no ticket required.
Absolutely. It'll be a lot of fun for sure on Saturday night. 737-7767 is our number if you guys would like to get in. Still time to get a few more questions in there. Katie Holmes, St. Jude Rock and Roll event manager, Scott Wietecha, four-time men's marathon winner, here with us tonight on the program. And Scott, take me back to, I guess, the training. If people are sitting at home tonight and thinking, all right, this sounds fun. This whole event sounds fun. I can get a medal. I can go out and I can do the concert at the end of the day, but I don't even know where to begin in terms of training to run 26.2 miles. What would you suggest to people at home?
It definitely is an intimidating distance, but there's been so many people that kind of thought it was impossible, and then 4 months later, 6 months later, they're doing it. I think the best thing is find a group to run with. Most cities or most towns have a local running club. You can kind of join in, and everybody there kind of has a story similar to yours. They started from the bottom and they worked their way up, and just kind of, I don't know, it takes time. It's a real patient and a real fun sport, and I don't know.
What's a typical training process? I mean, if somebody started today and said, okay, tomorrow I'm going out for the first time, could they be marathon ready in 3-4 months, or is it a longer process than that? Do you make it your own? What is it?
Yeah, it really depends on the individual and what their background is. You might be able to get away in 3 or 4 months, but for me, that's just kind of risking an injury, and you're going to be spending money on running clothes, running shoes, and co-pays at the doctor. You've got to figure stuff out. But just kind of, I think the half is a good first goal for someone. I think most people can run one within 6 months if they stay consistent, and then, I mean, you can find a program online. There's so many options just to kind of get the ball rolling. The hardest thing is kind of just getting out the door for the first few weeks, and then once you're consistent for several weeks, it kind of you just roll with it.
I think one of the cool things for me about running is, as you mentioned, it's a sport for a lifetime, but also the fact that you don't really need anything. You don't need somebody else. You don't need a ball or a bat or a hockey stick or anything like that. You just need a pretty good pair of running shoes, right?
Yeah, you're set. I actually bought a road bike in December, and I thought it was a really good deal. I told my wife how good of a deal it was, and she didn't think it was such a good deal. But running is such a cheap sport. That's what I enjoy. You just need some running clothes, some running shoes, and then summers in Tennessee, you might not even need a running shirt for the males. But yeah, it's just a cheap community sport where so many people can become involved. There's so many good resources out there, and yeah, it's a sport I've been lucky to kind of become involved in and kind of stay with.
In terms of running shoes, do you have any tips on shoes that people should look at or fits that people should go for when they try to purchase?
Most brands make so many different types of shoes that can fit almost anybody. The best thing is to go to a local running store. You can go to Fleet Feet or somewhere. They have people that are trained to kind of watch how you run, watch how you walk, look at your running goals, and put you in the best shoe possible. A lot of people are tempted to buy stuff online, but I definitely think you should go to a local running store for your first shoe or two and see what you want and what you need, really.
He's a champion. You should listen to him. Scott Wietecha in studio here tonight, along with Katie Holmes, who's the event manager of the St. Jude Rock and Roll Marathon. Starts Saturday morning right here in Music City. Still time to get in your phone calls if you'd like in our next segment. 737-7767 is the number. Phone lines are wide open right now if you'd like to get in on the conversation. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More marathon talk right after this here on SportsLine on News Channel 5+.